Hey kiddos, in this video we're going to once again go over the study guide for Unit 1, Unit 1 being adding and subtracting integers. So if we take a look at questions 1, 2, and 3, it all has to do with absolute value. So all of these values for questions 1, 2, and 3 are going to be positive. So number 1, positive 4/5, number 2, positive 6.43, and number 3, positive 22. For question numbers 4, 5, and 6, it's all about inequalities. The inequality symbols are being greater than or less than. So for the absolute values, they will always be a positive value. So even though -8 is less than +4, because it's the absolute value, 4 is less than the absolute value of -8, which would be positive 8. For question number 5, same thing. The absolute value of -7 is greater than -12, and the absolute value of +3, or the absolute value of 3 would be +3, so it is greater than -7. For questions 7, 8, and 9, or 7 and 8 rather, is all about adding whole numbers, integers. So question number 7 is equal to -17, and question number 8, rewrite it as an addition problem, so 2 plus the opposite of -9, which is +9, which would be 11. Number 9 is finding the common denominator to be able to add these two values together, which would be -8/18 plus -23/18, which gives us -31/18. Convert that to a mixed number, which is -1 and 13/18. Question number 10, again, find the common denominator, which is 24. And when you add those together, you get +37/24, which can be rewritten as 1 and 13/24. 11 and 12, line up your decimals when you're adding or subtracting. And in this case, we have positive and negative values. So 11 is equal to 6.4, and 12 is equal to -9.24. Question number 13, where we want to rewrite this as an addition expression and then write it as a subtraction expression, is +3, because we're starting at 0, going to the right 3 units, and then going to the left 4 units. So +3 plus -4. And if we were to write this as a subtraction problem, it would be 3 minus 4. Question number 14, we're just adding the positive and negative values for each of these 9 wholes. And when we do, the positive values are equal to 5, the negative values are equal to 8. So 5 minus 8 is equal to -3. In question 15, the key word here that may give some of you a slip up is just the word descend. Descend just means to go down, to decrease. So our fish is starting at an elevation of -27 feet, which means it's below the water, which makes sense. It's a fish. Minus 27 feet. It descends 32 feet, and then it rises an additional 14 feet. So 27 minus, or -27 minus 32 plus 14 gives us -45. For question number 16, because the sum of these 3 months is equal to +46, and we're told that the yearly average has these negative values, any positive value is going to be greater than a negative. Therefore, 0.46 is greater than the yearly average. For question number 17, we're looking at bank account A and bank account B. We start off with $750 and 92 cents. We start off with $675 and 44 cents for bank account B. We have these two different charges. A ends up with $534 and 54 cents, whereas B ends up with $506 and 95 cents. Therefore, A has a larger balance at the end of the month. And then last but not least, on January 1st, when we plug in 23 degrees Fahrenheit into the formula that we have here, we end up that on January 1st, the temperature was 11 degrees Celsius. You can go ahead and pause now. Take a look at your responses for questions 1 for Unit 1, which was questions 1 through 18. If there are any questions, be sure to ask either in the chat or when you see me the next time you see me. You can also shoot an email if there are any issues as well. Excellent.